Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Custom Spotlight. Today we'll be looking at another duo of characters. A duo that I like to call Team 06. You already know who these two are going to be. So, let's bring out the one and only... Silver and Blaze. Let's get started. So, moving Blaze aside, let's talk about Silver first. Silver is made from a Tomy, from two different Tomy Thomases that I put together. Considering that this one has the front coupling hook, I wonder which Thomas I used to make this. So, let's look at his details. So, like Sonic, his running board has been painted black. Let's start with the face. Silver's face is roughly based off of the game models, although I had to separate his eyes because Silver has the uni eye for some reason. Like, if I'm to bring up the Silver toy that I have, he's on his... Oh, fell off the table. He's on his board right now, but you can see his eyes. He has the uni eye, like Sonic and Shadow do. And since he isn't in the movies yet... Oh, there we go. And since he isn't in the movies yet, I don't really have a movie render to base him off of. So, I just kind of winged it with his face. I thought that this looked like a good Silver expression. For his paint job, I just painted him a matte gray. The same matte gray I used on Rouge in the previous video. And in the video before that, it's the same gray I used on Gerald Robotnik. And just to bring this up here, it's also the same gray that is the undercoat for most of my other engines. Like, Sonic doesn't have it, but, Super Shadow, for instance. He has the, he has a layer of this type of gray underneath this so that the color doesn't contrast with the blue of the original shell. I do like a gray overcoat so that putting color on top of it makes it so the normal color of the engine doesn't show through. For Silver and Rouge and the other gray characters that I've done, it kind of is just a thing of like putting those... They are just left in that gray color. So with these ones, I tend to have to apply a lot more coats of it. Usually with characters that I do like the white overcoat on, I typically have to do like only one coat. Use sometimes two to get it good enough so that I can paint the color on top of it. But with fully gray characters like this, I have to do like 3 or 4 coats before it's good. Luckily for me, the gray that I buy is really, really solid. So no matter what color is underneath it, it will typically block it pretty well. So yeah, let's have a look at his details. So, alongside the silver/gray body, he has light blue lining in reference to Silver's little cyan things on his gloves, and just the overall cyan nature of Silver's power. because typically when Silver does his little psychokinesis thing, he glows like a cyan color. So he basically has the same type of lining and stuff that you'd find on, say, a Thomas. You can see, like, if I put the two side by side, sorry, I thought I heard something in my room. The things do tend to... I do tend to copy this type of lettering and lining and stuff onto these models. So, taking Thomas away, so what details did I give to Silver? I am keeping a very close eye on this room because I do not know what is lurking in here. Anyway, he has the same types of lining I gave to Thomas. The stripes on the boiler. I gave him a little dot on the top of his dome. Don't really know why. He has the lettering, the number 06 on his side tank, which, just like Sonic's being a reference to his year date, the 06 on Silver's side ties him back to his intro game, Sonic 06. Everybody's favorite game that I'm actually kind of happy is getting some long-needed appreciation within the past few years. And I'm not kidding, I'm actually very happy about that, because I think Sonic 06 is kind of underrated. People just kind of hear people say it's bad, and they just kind of take their word for it without ever actually playing it. I think if more people gave the game a chance, they'd find that, aside from the glitching, it isn't really that bad. Go ahead, comment section, attack me. I don't care what you say. I kind of messed up with his backlining. If I pull up Sonic again, his lining is supposed to stop at the halfway point, like Thomas's. But with Silver, he was one of the first ones I gave backlining. So I just made it go all the way up to the top, like the Ertl toy did. I don't know. Maybe I'll improve it someday, but yeah. He has the two little dashes. I don't really know what those things are, but they're on the toys, the original toys, so I thought I'd paint them. I tried my best to actually mimic the style of a typical Plarail door. For him. He also has a painted chassis, and his wheels are a dark navy blue, in reference to Silver's navy blue shoes. I was considering giving Silver some type of light blue dots on the pins, but figured it wasn't necessary. He looks perfectly fine as is. So, moving Silver aside, let's talk about Blaze. So Blaze I actually finished a while ago. She is a Trackmaster 2 Emily with no tender. She's basically a tank engine, a single wheeled big wheeled tank engine. Let's talk about her face first. So the face went through many different variations before it got to this point. Originally, I gave her like a full-on tiara, But ultimately, I decided only really the red gem is necessary to understand that it's Blaze. And originally, her eyes were just circles, but then I went in and based her face more off the game face. And, you know, I think it looks pretty good, actually. Now, originally, if I can find him, Blaze was supposed to be the same type of purple that Big the Cat is. But then I bought a pack that had some lighter colors, that had some lighter variations of colors. And I thought it was finally time to make Blaze accurate. So I made her this more lavender color. Her lining is all red, just like Sonic. And just like Knuckles used to, she has a painted on coal bunker. But before you ask, no. I don't have any plans to make Blaze a full-on tender engine. Maybe someday, but I don't have plans for that yet. As of right now, I am more than content to leave her as a tank engine. However, I might give her like a fake coal bunker made of like air dry clay or something, because I have some of that laying around, and like I said with the Knuckles, it does kind of look dumb, because you see like three-dimensional like drawn coal, and then you turn her slightly and the coal just is like painted on. So I totally could do like air dry clay on the back of it. So yeah. Is there really anything else to say about Blaze? Aside from the fact that she shares the same chassis as literally all the other red-wheeled characters. Because I only have 2 red-wheeled chassis. The ones that I made for Tails and the one I made for Amy. Tails specifically shares the Tails chassis. Blaze specifically shares the Tails chassis. So, yeah, there isn't really too much else to say. Honestly, I think this might be another short one, like my Supersonic video. It isn't going to be nearly as short, but still, you got to understand, like, these guys may be highly awaited characters. I'm honestly not sure. But in the grand scheme of things, you could just look at them and you'd know exactly what they are. Like, I look at these and I'm like, yes, this is Silver. This is Blaze. I thought about maybe giving Blaze, like, a soul emerald symbol on her side or something. But I haven't gotten around to that. And honestly, I think I would want to save that for if I ever did a Burning Blaze custom. Similar to how the Supersonic model I have has the Chaos Emerald symbol on the side. I feel like I would save that for the Soul Emerald idea for a Burning Blaze custom. As of right now, though, I haven't actually made one. So, who knows? Maybe someday that'll happen. And who knows? Maybe Silver has a transformation in his future, too. But I haven't really made one yet, so we'll kind of have to wait and see if that ends up panning out. We'll move these guys aside. I think that's about it, really. Honestly, I haven't made too many other customs for Sonic the Steam Engine. Really? The customs that I really wanted to do. The reason why I was really reaching the bottom of the barrel for customs early on is because I felt without the context of that Shadow and Silver brought to the series, certain characters like Rouge, Omega, Blaze wouldn't really make sense to show off on their own, because I had them completed ages before I finished these two, Shadow and Silver. So it really just comes down to, at this point, whatever I make next, that'll probably be what I show off. I do have another character that I finished now, but I kind of want to make her companion before I show her off. And honestly, I feel like there might be a few others that I could make in the meantime. We'll have to wait and see, though. I think that might actually be it. I'm not sure. I don't think there's anything else I really need to say. Is there anything else? Oh, since it's probably going to take me a while to actually make some more customs, I may do a few episodes in the near future that are focused on some non-Sonic the Steam Engine models. Although, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I just took a break from Custom Spotlight for a while. Because I've been doing this series weekly ever since I started it. And honestly, it's just gotten boring and monotonous. So I'm probably just going to start switching this to a bi-weekly series with something else the other week to fill things out. I really don't know. All I know is, like, I can't keep doing it the way I've been doing it. Forcing myself to finish these customs fast, solely so I can push out a weekly deadline for these videos, just doesn't work. I'm gonna need to hunker down and just take a break. I do have another model that I can probably show off for next week, but after that, I think I'm going to take a break and switch the series to a bi-weekly release. If even that. I don't know. I think I'll do one more Sonic the Steam Engine Custom Spotlight before I go on hiatus. But if I don't, then the next model will be a non-Sonic Steam Engine character. So, don't be surprised if Sonic the Steam Engine models just don't appear for a while. However, I do plan on introducing a few of them into Thomas the Toy Engine. A few of the ones I've shown off recently. Tails and Knuckles are highly overdue for their time in the spotlight. Shadow and Silver are just aching to be shown. Amy and Cream are just begging to be tossed on the layout for some fun. And I know their super forms will probably end up popping in and out as well. But I think that's just going to be the main series. Honestly, Sonic the Steam Engine may not come back for a while. But if this is how Sonic the Steam Engine does leave for a while, it's been fun making these models. It really has. It has been fun. But I think I need to take a break. Focus on some other things. I really want to invest my time in doing more merch huts and more unboxing videos. Especially because this summer, I plan on making a pretty big decision. I should have an update video either out as of the time of this video's release or coming out shortly after this that'll announce some more big updates for the channel. it'll be another update from Thomas video, so may as well make a playlist of those videos because I made a lot of them. So once that comes out, you guys will know everything you need to know about the future of this channel, because something huge has happened in my life. And if you've been on my community tab within the past week, you probably know what it is. I'll announce it in I'll either have already announced it or announce it later on, depending on when you're seeing this relative to when you're going to see the update video. But in that, I'll talk about all my big decisions I've made, the future of Custom Spotlight and a few of my other ongoing series, as well as potential returns for cover videos. I know those do pretty well, so we'll have to wait and see, but yeah. Honestly, that's kind of it. I know I got a little bit rambly at the end, but I need you guys to know that I do have some big stuff coming. If the update video has already been released as of this video, go watch it. It's kind of important for understanding like the future of this channel. But at the same time, it's going to be something really special. I need you guys to know that. The rest of this year is going to be something really special. I'm going to have to work my butt off to get it done, but I plan on making a lot of really cool stuff this year. So, yeah. Stay tuned for that Custom Spotlight, and when that does come out, not that Custom Spotlight, that update video. I've been recording for too long, and I'm starting to cross wires. Okay, I'm just going to end this before I get too rambly. Either stay tuned for the update video coming soon, or go watch it if it's already out. It'll probably be out before this video, so FYI, I'm recording these in just a random order and uploading them based off of what my schedule for video uploads is. So that video will more than likely be out before this. So go watch that if you want more updates. But aside from that, I think I'm basically done here, guys. Well, I'll see you all in the next Custom Spotlight. Sayonara, Silver Warriors.